The Transatlantic Slave Trade. The transatlantic slave trade would start here, in Africa, where slaves were captured by force, sold by enemy chieftains after they had been defeated, sometimes sold as punishment for a crime, sold by their own chieftains, or, like many slaves are today, they were captured by trickery. After they were captured, slaves would be taken to the Americas on the Middle Passage, where they were packed like sardines, 150 to 500 of them below deck, where it was filthy, and sometimes they could barely even move. In older times, it wasn't uncommon to use torture instruments such as these on your slaves. Fortunately, these sort of things are not used anymore. The luckiest of the slaves were brought up on deck, where they could see sunshine again. They were then told to dance, so that their muscles would not completely decay, and so they would look their best when they got to America, to be sold at the auction block. The auction block, the end of the transatlantic slave trade, was both the end of a terrible journey and the beginning of a new one. Slaves were examined like dumb animals, and families were torn apart, like when Moses Grandy's wife was taken from him. He was quoted as saying, "For God's sake, have you bought my wife? I'd never seen or heard from her that day to this. I love her as I love my life." This horrible thing would continue until it was finally ended in 1806.